In today's society, a lot of investments in data accumulation and monitoring systems are being made with the aim to allow organizations to gain more insights about potential problems and thereby act smarter. Now, the assumption underlying these investments is that we as individuals want to gain these insights, that we want to know. But in this project, we flip the coin. We're currently exploring why individuals sometimes refrain from gaining insights, why individuals do not want to know, but rather seek and make great efforts to ignore issues. So we want to identify the structures that make such acts of ignoring easy and their implications for organizations and society. To ignore is different from being ignorant. If you're ignorant, you're simply lacking knowledge. But to ignore means that you're aware of something which you avoid acting on. So this could be, for instance, a situation when you have a hunch about something which you refrain from exploring further, or a situation when you're presented with evidence that you make great efforts to avoid. So in other words, acts of ignoring can involve the absence of efforts to confirm or disconfirm suspicions about subtle and ambiguous problems, as well as more active efforts to avoid responding to what's quite obvious and what there may be readily available facts about. So for instance, in one of our studies, we've noted that actors are able to ignore signals of dysfunction by shrinking their professional responsibilities, thereby justifying their non-engagement with potential problems. They also engage in someone else-ification, identifying someone else as, for instance, the relevant user of information. And this behavior seems enabled by the division of labor, which means that each person has been assigned a specific task, but no one has been assigned the task to evaluate the fundamental assumptions underlying these systems, or to evaluate whether or not the systems generate any substantial effect at all. This makes it extremely easy to ignore hunches that something's not quite right, and it makes it extremely difficult to really explore and ask questions about the function of systems.
We have also started thinking about how the knowledge pyramid could be flipped to illustrate how actors can fall in and out of knowledge-seeking behaviors, moving between knowledge-seeking and knowledge-avoiding behaviors.
Another salient theme is the way in which actors revert to hope. Even if a system is not used by anyone, people may hope it will become useful in the future for someone out there. It then makes sense to ignore diffuse signals of nobody using it. As no one complains, why bother?
These are just examples, so please reach out to us if you want to know more or if you have comments or questions about this project.